Hey, hello all. We'll start in next few minutes. Thanks for joining. Yeah, let's start. Hello all. Hello everyone, and welcome to this LinkedIn live session on career confusion and how it affects professionals. The title of the live session is Career Confusion, the silent killer of career growth and development. The reason it is silent is because usually people don't even know whether they're going through that confusion, and as a result, it kills individuals' career growth and development. My name is Navin Indrapu, and I'm a career coach, a technology leader in the industry for the last 17 years, helping professional students in shaping their careers, growing their careers for the last 10 plus years. So today, we are going to talk about the challenges of career confusion, what it can create for professionals. Many professionals struggle through career confusion, which can lead to indecision and dissatisfaction, and a lot of uncertainty in their work. So we will be deep diving more into the content around what is a career confusion and why it happens, what are the strategies which individuals can apply, those things. So in today's, in the first place, what is career confusion, right? In today's highly skilled workforce, right, and environment where the rapid changes in the economy and technology, there exists a hidden problem which people and professionals don't even know what's happening around their skills, other things. And the technology, there exists a hidden problem consisting of Indian and global economy, billions of dollars of lost productivity and individual opportunity in specific. So career confusion is affecting all sectors of workforce and at all levels, whether it's a junior level till the senior leadership level, CXOs, CAO levels as well. Usually the most common statements I hear these days are, I'm not sure if you guys are able to see my screen. Give me a minute. whenever this happens, right? Usually I hear around, I don't know what to do next, or I am unhappy in my current job. What can I do to change my career? And also people ask about, can someone help me to understand myself and my skills? So all these links to a significant section of the workforce who are undergoing underperforming or unable to maximize their career opportunities. So if you see here, there are over 50% of professionals feel uncertain or confused about their careers. And this is a LinkedIn survey report, which was done in 2021. So which means the survey also found that 15% of professionals have changed their career paths at least once, with the main reasons being a desire to for more meaningful work or a better place of work-life balance. So having said that, right, why do career confusion happens for individuals, professionals, irrespective of which level they are, right? So career confusion it's primarily, it's an often a complex issue that requires careful reflection and analysis to overcome, and it is specific to individual, and there is no thumb of rule where one career confusion is applicable for other people, others, and it is not exactly similar thing. Individuals might go through different levels of career confusion. So career confusion can have several reasons. As I mentioned, it can be because of complex issues which individuals are going through under the environment, what they're going through, but clearly we can categorize into 4 reasons why it could happen, right? It's a lack of clarity around personal values and goals, limited exposure to different career paths, external pressure or influence, and frequent changing industries or job markets. The industries are going very frequently, job markets are changing very frequently. So let's deep dive a little bit more on this, right? Lack of clarity and personal values and goals. If someone is not clear with their what they want in the career, it can be difficult to achieve their career path without the values and goals. Similarly, if a person is not enough experienced, if a person is not having enough opportunity to explore different career paths, they may be not sure about what options to choose, and their focus might be only on specific set of things which they are working on together. So as a result, it is important for them to know the career paths as well, and external pressure, what they're going through. Something like, okay, my friend is going into a different path, my family friends are going different path. Oh, one of my family friend or my senior has gone through this route, and they just continue that. So this could lead to career path confusions as such, whether that is right for them or not. Without understanding that, they'll try to pursue what other people want or pursuing. That's the reason they end up in career confusion. And as industries and job markets evolve over time, if you see for last few years, cloud computing has emerging, IoT is emerging, and overall IT is booming. So with this overall, there are a lot of things, new trends are happening. It's difficult to cope up with the new trends, opportunities. So this can lead to a lot of career confusion or uncertainty about the best path forward in their career. So by identifying the causes for individuals, what is the cause? While we spoke about 4 individual career confusion causes, there can be multiple depending on the person to person, it may change. But once you identify the confusions, you can begin to take steps to look towards the clarity, why the confusion is there. From the confusion, you can move to clarity. From there, you can move to goals. So overall, this involves a lot of process where you need to understand yourself, your skills, your competencies, the path where you are working or environment where you're working. From there, you need to move towards the next stage. So, since once we understood about once a person, then how can one person come out of the career confusion, right? What can you do, or what can a person who is going through the career confusion do? Experience. So there are a lot of strategies which can be applied to overcome the career confusion. But in general, primary first thing is they have to understand about themselves. That is conduct self-assessment. To understand, okay, what are their passions, what are their values, what is their vision, what skills set they possess, what motivates them to work, and what their goals, kind of thing. But that gives more clarity around what they need. And once they understand that, research about what the different career paths which are available. While you might be working for several years in a given career path, it could be non-IT, it could be IT, anything. But are there any further career paths which are available, which you can explore further? So research by putting a good amount of research. So don't do the second thing before you do the first thing. Once you understand yourself, you know what is interesting for you, what you want. Then research the next set of career paths. So during this, you need to be more flexible, be open-minded. Most of people who come to me are not flexible or open-minded. Oh, this doesn't work. This works. No, I know this. I tried in the past, but it doesn't work out. No, one of my friends tried it, but it doesn't work out. So yes, it could not work for others, but it may work for you. Be careful examination of your assessment, self-assessment, and research. It can be worked. So be flexible and be open-minded to go into navigate the journey. And more importantly, seek guidance from your seniors, someone who has gone through the journey, and support. And especially if there are any career coaches or mentors who can provide more expertise and handhold you during the journey, I think you should take those things. Out of all these things, you should do actions, take actions, because to understand career completely, you take action to understand yourself, which needs a lot of effort from you to understand about yourself, place researching career options, and understanding further what options are there, which are good, and the people seek the help. So all these things takes action, right? So you need to take action more than anything else. So I think with these strategies, if someone can forward a step and start working towards it, then it can lead from career confusion to career clarity. From there, they can move on to next step around executing those career actions further on them. Right? So in this journey, as I'm seek for help, never can help you. And one of the important person who can help you is career coaches. Career coaches are important link between people who are facing these career struggles and their careers and the productive workforce. That very key linkage. It's extremely satisfying for a career coach, someone like me, to work with different clients, with their clients, through many twists and challenges to ultimately witnessing their success by becoming aware of who are they, what they can offer, and what are the exotic opportunities which are there in the market. And this is especially which is important given the current downturns in economic growth plus skill shortages in the industry. So as a career coach and mentor for my clients who are struggling with career confusion, I use range varieties of tools, interviews, tests to understand each person, to identify each person's unique qualities, skills, competencies, their personality type, and their needs. And these broad range of set of tools, not just one, multiple variety of things to understand skills, competencies, personality. This broad range of tests helps and gives the best results that enable my clients to understand themselves in a way that they have probably never previously understood about themselves or aware of themselves. So it gives different perspective of their career, what they have worked on, what are their key skills altogether, kind of that. And these techniques usually apply across all people whom I help with them from any level to any age group or any work-based background. And these techniques of understanding person's strengths, weaknesses, the capability, the personality are not tied to any domain altogether. It can be applicable for everyone. Which techniques to apply, one's order to be applied, changes from person to person. But overall, I use a simple formula like S plus C plus P relates to needs. So as long as a person can identify their skills, what they're good at, and their competencies, what they can bring onto the table, and what kind of personality they are having. Are they bossy? Are they accommodative? Can they work with people? Can they independently work? So their personality. The combination of these three will define what kind of needs, what kind of workforce they can fit in, what kind of needs they fit in, right? And in this, the needs is much important because many people whom I have spoke to or whom I know in my career or through my friend relations, people suffer from a career confusion. Often have those people have qualifications or experiences in jobs that are not right sector for them, or they are selected a wrong position altogether. Let's say a person who is not good at leadership, they might selected a leadership position. A person who is not good at architecture, they would have selected wrong architecture position. A person who is very good at collaboration, communicating with people, they may be just working independently in silos. So I think understanding these needs, a combination of skills, competence, personality is more essential so that they fit, they understand what is the right career option they can look into it. So that's one of the key things to avoid career confusion. Given the job market has grown so rapidly and it's highly competitive at the moment, sophisticated as well, if there is inadequate preparation, if you're not prepared enough, the results which results in lost job opportunities, frustration, as well as rejection, right? Because of lack of preparation, people often settle for less, with resultant in loss of income, job satisfaction, career path. At least I have seen people who didn't prepare well enough would have lacked their career path by at least minimum of 5 years. That is minimum. If someone who has prepared in advance adequately by understanding themselves, seeking help from mentors, coaches, prepared well enough, in a span of 3 to 6 months, their career advancement happens minimum by 5 years compared to others who are not able to prepare adequately, right? So I offer mentorship program, as well as I have written a book called Crafting and Enriching Career. So primarily, this also provides a lot of things what we discussed just now around reflect on yourself, a self-assessment, and next steps after that. Given this live session is about career confusion, I'm not going beyond that. We'll have multiple live sessions on the weekends kind of thing. So where we talk about more next steps, but I would encourage you all whomsoever wants to get career clarity or grow in career to read this book. It's available on Amazon, and it has a lot of worksheets where you as an individual can reflect on yourself and write those things and come out of confusion to clarity. From there, you can take next steps. And at the same time, I offer mentorship programs, and I do a lot of mentorship programs for mid-career, early professional as well, who wants to go from one level to other level or increase salaries. So I can help you. I think career coach like me can help you to bridge the gap from where you are to where you want to go to make yourself career success. So I can give wings to your career by unleashing your full potential. And it's journey altogether, right? There is nothing bulletproof or any magic pill kind of thing which could work for anyone, right? So if you're interested, please reach out to me. And here is something which about me, right? And so if you are interested in growing your career with me, there are options where you guys can look into it. Crafting Enriching Career. Follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Navin Indrapu. You can join my professional club where I share a lot of tips and do bigger sessions with a close set of people who can ask their questions to me. So overall, I think that's about things. To summarize, career confusion is a common challenge, nothing to be ashamed of, but be aware that whether you're in a confusion state or do you have clarity. Ask yourself, do you know where you want to go in next 5 years? If you are not sure, that means you are confused about your career, right? Then by taking steps, you can get clarity around career goals so that you can make informed decisions. Understand yourself first, don't just follow others, seek help. Once you understand yourself, explore what options are there which can rightly fit for you, and then take actions, right? Without action, nothing happens. So, but avoid feeling of stuck in unfulfilledness. So thank you for joining me today. If there are any questions which you wanted to ask, please feel free to ask in the comments. I will try to answer as much as possible, given we have another 10 minutes of time or 15-20 minutes of time. So I thought of making the presentation as crisp as possible with right information. If any questions anyone wants to ask in general about anything about career confusion or any specific examples, feel free to ask. I'm here to help. Okay. Let's wait for a few more minutes if someone has any questions. While others are typing, think about the questions, right? So I'll give one example where one of person from non-IT industry wanted to move to IT industry. I think he possesses around 8 years experience there, but they wanted to move to IT industry and make the same amount of money without understanding what their capabilities, they're trying to just go to developer role, right? So my session was, since you worked for 8 years in non-IT industry, understand your capabilities, skills, then choose which role do you want to move in, right? I think let's say there is one question from Danishwi. Could you please tell about where to start from to get into product-based companies? Yeah, so to get into product-based companies, right? Which companies you are targeting? First, you need to think through in the first place. Primarily, product-based companies at different levels look for different things. But in general, product-based companies, if at all, I see you as a Salesforce developer and application development analyst at Accenture. So assuming you want to move to developer role in a product-based company, a developer who is anything between 0 to somewhere around 10 years should be very strong in coding. And it is specifically for software engineer roles or application developers. When I say coding, need not be fancy in coding in all the languages, but any language which you are good at, one language, you should be very expert in that. When I say, if there is simple problem statement is given, simple algorithm is given, can you write the code very efficiently without looking into any constructs of the language? If a pen and paper is given to you, can you write it? Or on the white paper, can you write it? That's what is the first thing. The second thing is, as the experience is more, can you do system designings or application designs? Because just coding alone will not be sufficient, right? A single code or an algorithm or a module doesn't work independently in its own, right? It has to work with different set of systems altogether to exchange data or to go and get some API login kind of thing. So overall, a system doesn't work independently. An application has to work with multiple systems which are there, whether it's single distributed or non-distributed system, doesn't matter. But an application itself standalone doesn't work, right? What are the logic you write in a production world where people want to use it? In those cases, how good are you at fundamentals of system designing? So don't go into fancy thing first itself around designing Twitter, designing YouTube kind of thing. Understand the basics and fundamentals of system design. What are the components? Because any application needs persistence layer, storage layer, an application, transport kind of thing, where an API layer kind of thing, and a front face, right? And inside that, what kind of data you want to persist, those things you need to think, right? So basics of system design, plus as the experience grows, the system design or application design skills, the deep dive is more, because the experience that you would have worked in your previous organization with your experience, you would have built some applications, you would have built some systems, right? Plus, on top of that, what are your soft skills altogether? These are hard skills, what we discussed just now, right? Coding, algorithm, what it is, plus system business. What are your soft skills as such? How do you work with other engineers? How do you ask different questions altogether? When there's a difficult situation, how do you engage with others? Can people work with you or not? Are you a person to go to person when there is an issue or not? Are you a very reserved person or not? Are you very open and honest or not? Are you genuine enough or not? So those are non-technical skills, non-skills. How is your communication skills, right? I think those things will be looked into it. So I think these are very broad skills which people look into it. But anything and everything, if at all you want to move to product-based companies or very good roles, focus on your fundamentals and focus on what you're working at the moment. You should be grasping everything what you are. You should know what you're working end to end. Even if you're not part of that, try to know it. Do you have that appetite to learn outside of your scope? Those also will be looked into it. Not just for product-based companies, right? In general for everyone, right? Let's say as a manager, if I want to work, if I want you to be part of my team, can I work with you on a regular basis, on a daily basis? How much hand-holding I need to do it? Based on the experience, of course, it changes, right? So I think you need to start those things, but to be precise more, I mean, interview preparation, all those things are different. Once you have these basic things, preparation interviews can come into the picture, because practicing DSAs is important, but as you, in your company itself, in your career, if you practice, you will go through it. You'll be much more comfortable into that product-based companies or what it is, right? And again, if someone wants to go into different roles, as a role, what you're looking, what is the key skills, what they're looking at. So companies provide a lot of their job description, preferred skills, all those things, right? Those will give you a lot of clarity around what they're expecting in the first place. Hope that answers your question. If any follow-up, please add a comment. We can discuss. So in the book, which is there in the front of your screen, right, and Crafting Enriching Career, I have given all these strategies which I was just mentioning around not just product-based companies, but right, what are the things which are essential before even preparing for interview, and how to prepare for interview altogether. And the book doesn't contain about interview questions altogether, but it talks about a lot of things, basics plus fundamentals, which are important, which people miss in the general. Yeah, hope that helps. Cool. Any other questions from anyone? And do visit my website, navinindrapur.com, where you'll find more information. I'll be posting a lot of LinkedIn articles as well as posts very frequently. Do join my Fulfill Personal Club, where I'll be sharing a lot of things. If you want to grow, if you want to fast track your career, I can help by hand holding you. Of course, it depends on what kind of work you are doing, plus we need to work together going forward, kind of thing. So, I mean, there are multiple ways I can help, only with people who are really appetite to go into and fast track their career. And it needs an effort from individuals as well, right? And there are abundant opportunities. While people might be thinking that now, not just IT, right? Across, there is a lot of things going on around layoffs, other things, but layoffs will happen. It is not too much or too short, I won't comment. But there are still companies who are hiring it. But as an individual, do you have clarity or not? What you want to be? Just don't make your career into others' control. If you don't have clarity, you might be just going through with your manager, what they're deciding or someone else deciding. Take charge of your things and decide, okay, I want to move to this level by next 1 year or 2 years. I want to be into this position. I want to be into this company. Companies and these positions are milestones, but have that vision is more important. So without confusion, you should have it. If you have confusion, then there is high chance that you don't even know where you will land at the end, right? So that's about this session. And are there any questions? Let's see. This is first live LinkedIn session. I'll be doing one more tomorrow and day after tomorrow as well. Every week, 3 sessions. So I'll continue this session further to talk about career clarity. So in this, we discussed about career confusion strategies at a high level, but tomorrow we'll focus more on deep dive in career clarity, how to get career clarity in the first place, how to deep dive into career clarity. So we'll talk about those next day tomorrow. And after 1 or 2 days, I'll publish the calendar for what is the next set of live sessions which will happen. I think next from tomorrow onwards, I'll open instead of LinkedIn live session without any interaction. I'll try to see if I can have a Zoom session where people can join and ask questions directly with me. I think I'll see if that can be a feasible option, so that it can be a very interactive session, so that you get a lot of insights, plus I can understand the question more and it can be more interactive. I'm just experimenting with this one for now, but probably we'll do that tomorrow, where I'll give a link, open link, where people can join and ask questions and engage more. If there's a feasibility, I'll see. But yeah, so there'll be, stay tuned. There'll be further sessions. And if you guys are interested in any specific topics which are really top of your mind, oh, I need to know the answer, can someone help me? Either it could be on anything, right? Either interview cracking, or it could be a specific company, how to target, or a specific role. If someone wants to move from IC to manager role, oh, I'm already 12 years experienced person. Now I want to shift from one division domain to the other division. Don't restrict any thoughts. If there's a question, just message me, or if you go to my website, there are forms which you can submit, based on which I can have some sessions around that. So my key goal with this is to share as much as the learnings which I had throughout 17 years, plus 10 plus years, grooming a lot of professionals, mid-career or senior guys to come out of their career challenges, to share the knowledge with everyone as much as possible so that you guys can take the advantage. And yeah, these sessions might not just sufficient, but you'll have some guidance and take next steps as such, right? Those are important. So somewhere it has to start, right? I think first thing is career confusion, understand whether you're having career confusion or not. From there, move on to next steps kind of thing, right? Are there any questions? I see few folks joining, and yeah, are there any questions? Any question which is top of your mind? I think you can answer. No question is a dumb question unless you ask. Every question is valid because that's important for you, and that might be helping even others who are having that question. And if you get any question later point of time you want to understand, feel free to just message me as well. So we are another 10 minutes short as per the plan. 7:45 we started early, but yeah, I think I can just wait few more minutes if someone has any questions. So if you see in this book, right, there is a crafting and enriching career. An enriching means a career, everyone can have the career, but how enriching it is for you as number of years progresses more. Are you cherishing that career or not? Are you frustrated in the career, or are you frustrated because of career? Are you frustrated in the life? So my goal is not just to build a career which you are getting more salary. Throughout my overall LinkedIn, my posts or articles is balance between both, right? For one person it can be salary only, but for other person it can be combined, right? So what it means to you, it's important. So first, for that, I think career confusion has to be cleared out first, and then it's a process, right? If you see anyone who joined an organization, right, they would have invested from their childhood days, student days to engineering, college days, so many years to land in a job, right? But after landing the job, what are you taking actions? What are the planning you are doing to make sure you are going in the right direction? Or instead of going in the right direction, you are just going into multiple circles and staying there. Or instead of going a fast track, are you going up and down kind of thing? Up and downs will be there, but do you have a plan of action where you want to go the way you had studied, right? I think a lot of folks miss that plan, and that's what is career confusion. They don't know what to do. So that's the questions. If you go back, those are the questions which we discussed, right? In the first place, people say, I'm very fine. I know what my career. They'll say, okay, I'll be working for next 2 years in this company. That's not a career clarity, right? It is, I want to go into this position in this company, or I want to accomplish these things in my career in next 3 years and 5 years and 10 years. I think those are the important things which are career. Career need not be employment, right? After a few set of years, you want to pursue your entrepreneurship. You want to have your own company, or you want to pivot from employment to something else of your own business or anything, right? Everything comprises of career, right? I'm not saying job, if you see, right? It's a career. Career is a period of long tenure, that around 20 to 40 years kind of thing, where it will have a lot of ups and downs, major milestones, all those things, right? That's what is the important thing. Cool. I hope this helps at least few folks who could stay till late, till the end, and suggest me if this time suits for you guys or not. And I thought on a Friday, 7 o'clock might be appropriate because office might be completing if we do a little late. I don't know whether it's people, it might help you or not, but we'll take the feedback, or we'll go in agile fashion. We'll change the strategy if required, go and adjust the schedule. But I think today I just started posting about this live session a few hours before that. Appreciate whomsoever has joined, taking time out from Friday evening, while others might be busy with weekend parties, other things. If you are here, which means there is a passion which is inside you where you want to achieve greater things in your career, right? I think pattern yourself, take actions. If you need any help or you want to talk to me, stay in touch with me on LinkedIn. I provided multiple things here, but yeah, I hope it helps you, and see you tomorrow in the next session where we talk about clarity, how to get clarity, what strategies to apply for clarity, what are the areas to focus when you are getting clarity, and how to check whether the clarity what you got is right or wrong, how to validate all those things, right? Because always cross-checking is important at any place. Otherwise, you might assume, okay, I did something right, but at the end of 1 year, 2 years, you might think, oh, this is not what I anticipated, kind of thing, right? So I think we'll do that. So let's conclude for today's session. Let me see if there are any questions. I don't see any questions. So thank you guys for taking time and joining me today. I hope this session have been helpful in providing few insights on how career confusion affects individuals and professionals. What are the steps to take to come out of the career confusion? Plus, we'll discuss and deep dive into much more details in the upcoming sessions. The next session is tomorrow, 7 o'clock, same time. As I promised, we'll see if I can share Zoom link where people can join, so that it could be very effective discussion. But take care. Have a nice weekend. Take actions. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Good night.